Hi everybody, this is Becca from Watch Becca Plan, and today I am going to do a video on planner chaos. um, I'm currently at a point with my planner where I have a system that works for me, but about once a quarter I get restless. And in the past, I would switch sizes. I would go to a new planner, I would see something new and try to do something new. But I'm trying not to do that for my own personal, like for me. Um, I'm trying to stay in one planner all year long. So what I'm trying to do is figure out what I don't like or what isn't working for me and then change it. So, um, one of the issues that I have is that my what I was using, so what I was using was these week on one page and then daily pages. And I don't know what it is, but it feels like for the last couple months, I have been in like this manic, like constant, like I'm never doing enough feeling. Like I have this long list of to dos. I got to get it all done. I got to do all this. And I mean, I was super productive. If you look at all these X's on here, like I got a whole bunch of stuff done, but like it didn't come with like a calmness that I was looking for. I think I enjoy having a daily page, but having the pressure of filling that much room out every day is hard for me. Um it is very difficult for me. Also, I was having an issue with there's things that I need to do every day, like do the dishes, like either load dishes into the dishwasher that are dirty or unload it and or run it, like load in the last few dishes and then run it. Like I need to do that every day. Laundry I need to do every day. And I was having issues writing it in. And I mean, those aren't the only tasks that are like things I have to do every day. But I I was just sick of writing it on every single daily page. And I could and but sometimes I don't need to do dishes. If, if we ate out every meal that day or something, which is rare, but like if something like that happens, or if we go to like a cookout or something and we eat at like 3 o'clock and we don't really eat lunch at the house, we don't really eat dinner at the house, we only really eat breakfast, and most of our stuff for breakfast doesn't really take plates. So because it's like granola bars and waffles and stuff like that, and my son doesn't eat anything on his, so I just put it on his little kid plate. But like that kind of stuff, like it doesn't we don't have a ton of dishes if we're not constantly cooking here. So sometimes I don't have to do dishes. So I don't want to put it on the daily page and then cross it off someday. Like it's easier for it to be a checkbox on my cleaning tracker, because then that is something that like I would like it to be a when did I do it instead of planning it. That was another thing that I've been having issues with the daily pages is that I have all of these habit trackers. I have all of these things that are habit like trackers. And then I was rewriting them on the daily pages when I could, and then I wasn't filling this out. Instead of, writing dishes on a day, I should just come here and be like, oh, hey, I did the dishes. Like, these are the things I need to do this week. Okay, well, I did this and this and this. I'll check those off. Okay, so I still have these things left. Instead of writing them on my daily page, just to fill the page up. Same with monthly. Um, so like those things are, and like my weekly habit tracker. Um, like, this is a new weekly that I just made a couple days ago. And I'm trying this out. And it has the Monday through Sunday, and then it has tasks. So, like, even here, I put these cleaning tasks on here because they were on my weekly or on my daily pages and my weekly pages. I had this cleaning task thing here. And so I just moved them over because they were things I needed to do. But they're here and they're also on my cleaning tracker. So why did I write them there when I'm going to be tracking it when they're right here? So it's just been, I feel like I'm copying information multiple times in multiple places. And I just really don't want to do that anymore. I feel like because I hate rewriting tasks. I hate rewriting things multiple times, and I feel like I'm doing that in that setup. So, what I think I'm gonna do for July is I have my monthly here, with stuff, and then I have my cleaning tracker, and then I just made this today, and it has every day I do these things, or if they don't need to be done, I don't have to do it. And then every weekday I do a separate area. And then because there's things I need to do every week, and like Fly Lady does an area per. Fly Lady is a lot for me mentally. That is a lot of stuff you have to do every day, and it's great. It might work for some people, but I cannot wrap my head around that. If the list is too long, I won't do it. So, and it's just a lot of stuff. So this makes it a little simpler. And so I just pick a room for each day of the week, and then I do those things. Every Monday I'll go in and do these things. Um, and there's certain tasks that I deem as like a daily task, like doing dishes, laundry, stuff like that, picking up my son's toys, stuff like that, that needs to be done every day. Kitchen surfaces, cleaning off the table and the counter, that needs to be done every day. Um, Decluttering in most rooms should be done almost every day in my house. But breaking it down to on Mondays, I'm going to go in, I'm going to do the toilet, I'm going to declutter the bathroom, I'm going to clean the sink and like the kitchen, or not the kitchen, but the bathroom sink and counter and everything. And then if it's, if I have time and I need to do a larger task and I haven't done it that month, I'll do the shower or one of my quarterly tasks. And then Tuesday, same things in the bedroom, do all the things I need to do for the week. And so I think that will be, instead of rewriting these cleaning tasks every single day on my daily pages, I'd much rather do this. And then for the weekly, I think I'm for July, maybe even all of quarter 3, if this works for July, I might just have a week on 2-page and my monthly. Because almost everything I do have, I took one of these Pen and Gear A6 notebooks, spiral notebooks, and I cut out the pages and cut off the spiral things on the side and punched it. And I've just been writing things that like have to be done that day that aren't on any of my trackers. And that's the stuff that goes here. And then add in journaling pages into the back. So that way I can still journal, but it's not on a daily page. So these are the weeklies, and I just set them up for July. And then the nice thing that I like about these is that when I finish a task, I can check off what day I did it. That's the nice thing about it. And I can't remember who it was. I will link them down below, but they suggested highlighting the box on the day that you want to do it. So that way, if it doesn't get done on that day, it's not the end of the world. It still could go on any of those days, but you know what day you feel like you should do it. So that's nice. I like that. And then these were my master task list sheets that I still haven't figured out what I'm doing with that yet either. The flow of information into my system, if you look at it, I have tasks, but This doesn't specifically tell me how to track it. It just says if it takes multiple steps, it's a project. And like long term goes on the master to do list. Month, if it's that month's project, it goes on the monthly project list. And like that doesn't, it doesn't, you know, doesn't really like, it has to be done today. It goes on my daily. It has to be done this week. Goes on the weekly. Like this could be a daily, which I guess technically it is. But like it doesn't really tell me how to break it down. And I actually kind of like that is ambiguous in that way, because then if I change my system up, it works for multiple different systems. But actually figuring it out, and then projects has been another one. So I have some larger projects I'm working on, like my son's room and the emergency kits. I'm still working on that. And I have like monthly projects that need to be done that revolve around like people's birthdays, like when someone's birthday is next month, and the month before I'll list out like, okay, what do we need to get them? Do they need a present? Do they need a card? Are they having a party? Do they know if they're having a party? What do we need to do to prepare for their birthday? It's very convenient for like nephews and stuff like that, for my nephews, because I usually give them a card with money in it. So I have to get the card, I have to pull the money because I don't usually carry cash. So I have to get the card, pull the money out of the bank, do all this stuff. Or if they're getting a gift, I need to figure out what to get them, where to get it, buy it, all that stuff. Those are monthly projects for me. Those are monthly based projects. Or like end of the school year gifts for my son's teachers at last month. Those were a monthly project because they needed to be given to them that month or by the end of that month. So like stuff like that, those projects, those monthly projects are time based and extremely time specific because they have to be done by a certain point, the person's birthday, the last day of school, whatever the time frame is. But these larger projects are harder for me to break down because I like my son's or organizing my son's room. He has a lot of toys. Maybe I need to get rid of some of them and declutter some of it so it's not so overwhelming. But he plays with the majority of them. So I don't want to take toys away from him that he actually plays with. He is so smart that he will play with a toy until for days, and then he'll stop playing with it for like a month, and then he'll find it again and start playing with it again. He learns what he needed to learn from that toy and then moves on to the next one. So I need to have a rotation, a large quantity of toys in rotation so that he can see, have new things constantly. I hide things. I have my footstool and my ottoman in the living room is filled with toys because that's a place to hide toys. So that all of a sudden one day when we're having a rough day, I can open that and be like, oh my God, look at all these toys we just found. It's like we're going shopping again. So and he really likes anything with a track. Hot Wheels, Thomas trains. We have a set of Geo tracks. We have wooden train track toys. We have all kinds of stuff that have tracks, and those all come with like multiple pieces and trains, and those cars only go on that track, and like marble runs. We have so many marble runs. So like it's just, and then he loves to have the little pieces, and it's just driving me nuts. I just don't know what to do so much. So I've been trying to get it organized, and you can't put anything in any kind of container that's not clear because he gets really upset and he thinks you're taking the toys away from him. So it has to be clear bins, which I do have. I have clear bins for all of that, but sorting that giant pile of toys that he makes. So I've been really trying to work on a system with his toys, and that's what this is all about. And it's a huge project because there's so much. So I've just been trying to figure out like how to do it. We have big cars, we have little cars, we have tractors, we have construction vehicles, fire trucks, so much stuff. And we have all of his sensory toys, all of his fidget spinners and stuff that help him when he's having a meltdown that I need to keep close because, those things we need those. So then we have all those things, we have all of his Play-Doh and all of his Play-Doh accessories. Sorry, I needed a drink. So, but it's just a lot. So I've been trying to watch him play and see what toys he plays with the least. We have a bunch of those Happy Meal toys because his chicken nuggets are his favorite. So we have a bunch of like Happy Meal, kids meal toys. And honestly, those can all just go. Those can go. We don't need any of those. The only ones I want to keep are the Mario ones because those are really cool. But yeah, those are a big one. So it's just a lot. So I've been trying to I sat in his room one day and I listed all of the different types of toys I saw. And this was before his birthday, so we have new ones that I have to go back and redo. So I listed all of the different types of toys that I saw in his room. And now I have to go through and figure out what type of storage solution would be best for those. Because I find oftentimes I overbuy like Play-Doh. I'll buy him a box of Play-Doh or like one of those sets of Play-Doh for like I bought him one for his birthday and then I found a giant tub of it in the closet. So like I want to make sure that like things that I do need to rebuy like art supplies and Play-Doh and stuff like that are all organized to the point where I know what I have. So, and I have it semi-organized, but not as much as I need it to be. So that's that. So the bigger projects have been difficult for me because I'm so busy most of the day that the only areas that I really check are from my monthly to the weekly. I don't really leave this area much. And the projects being up here make it so that I rarely ever see it. It is part of my review process, but I get interrupted during my review so many times that it's really hard for me to finish all of the review every single time. That's really difficult for me to do. So I I don't exactly know. This is what, even though I might sometimes I seem like I know what I'm doing, I have no freaking idea what I'm doing. No idea what I'm doing. And I wanted to film this because sometimes this happens. Sometimes it does. It happens quite a bit for me. You'll think you have everything set perfectly, and then your brain will be like, no, I don't like novelty. We're going to do something extreme. And I used to just hop into a different planner, make a whole new planner. It was fun for me to make a new planner. I enjoyed it. Now I just make inserts, so it's not, I still get that creative outlet from it, but I don't have to switch sizes, which if you do, that's fine. And I never wanted anyone to feel like switching is bad. It's not. It's just sometimes I get overwhelmed with this amount of money and supplies I have around me, and I just kind of wanted to simple plan it out and just stay in one size. Um, so sometimes it's just you can't. I don't know. It's just so it's been a rocky couple days. I was using these dailies. I think this was my third month. This happens about once a quarter. I change it up about once a quarter. I go about 3 months loving the way I'm doing things, and then all of a sudden I'm like, bam, no, I don't like it anymore. So at least I've gotten it down, so now I know when it's going to happen. But and making your own inserts is nice because then you just make something new. It's not like you weren't going to print those anyway. So yeah, I've been really enjoying these, but I think a daily page is giving me too much anxiety. And I fought off the daily pages for so long. I fought off the daily pages for all of quarter 2. I was like, no, I don't need daily pages. No, I don't need daily pages. And then I added daily pages or for quarter 1. And then for quarter 2, I decided I needed daily pages. And then I got them. And now I'm overwhelmed with them. I mean, they're great. I really like being able to look at a day and being like, okay, these are all the things that I need to do today, and having a list of everything that I need to do for that day. It is really nice to be able to look at this and be like, okay, pre-planned out. This is what I'm doing. These are the memories I had, like, because I journal on these too. So, like, this is everything that happened on this specific day. That is extremely nice. But the anxiety I feel having to fill up an entire page every day is just overwhelming. Ugh. So I don't know if maybe a different daily would be better, or if just not having dailies would be better. Just going more minimal. Because it's like this like perfect union between creativity and functionality. And like I have to have this balance between the two of them. I can't have something that's so functional that I don't feel creative with it. But I also don't need something that's so creative that it doesn't function properly for me. So like it's this war between these two things constantly in my mind. Um I enjoy using the stickers on the daily pages. One of the reasons why I moved to these monthlies is because I enjoyed using the icon stickers in it. I don't typically use like bigger stickers, but the icon stickers are nice. I do enjoy those. So like I I enjoy using the icon stickers and stuff like that in here. Um I enjoy the space as long as my brain doesn't make me feel like I have to fill up the whole thing. I'm finding I'm spending so much time in here trying to fill this page up that I'm not doing the things that I need to do that are listed on the daily page or in my cleaning tracker. Like I'm not doing those things because I'm spending so much time on here. So I think it's best for July to not do the daily pages. I'm going to try it and see how it goes. I might change my mind in the next 30 minutes. I don't know what's happening, but when stuff starts functioning, what I'm being able to get done and causing me anxiety, that's when I know something needs to change. Because not only does the chaotic manic brain affect my personal, like outside of this planner, it affects my brain, but also it affects my productivity. And that is something I just can't. I can't have that. The two of them together is like the perfect storm. So if that's happening, I know it's something that I need to change. Um, and there's also the aspect of I have to also feel like I was accomplished today. So, like in here, when you have a list of tasks that's this long and you only get this much done, you don't feel very accomplished. And then that kind of makes me beat myself up. So, having a smaller list of to dos, like this is yesterday and today, these are things that weren't on my cleaning list. They weren't like cleaning tasks that were already on my trackers. Like rewash laundry, I accidentally left laundry in the washer overnight, even though I had that sticky note. That tab. Um, these are things are not on my trackers, and they're not on any other lists. They're things that are specifically need to be done that day, and um, they are things that I don't already have anywhere else, and that is my daily. And then I will have. I'm still journaling on these daily pages because when I archive them, I will just stick all these dailies together and put them away. But um yeah, so I will add in some of the graph paper. It's this hang on. it's this graph paper. Right here. I already have it, so it's front and back, and I can print two-sided on it, so I can print a bunch of pages at once. So that way I can journal on those, because the main things that I need to have on my planner, non-monthly planner spread, is things that have to be done on a certain day, pre-planned. So like gathering trash on Thursday because trash day is on Friday. Grocery meal planning because we do grocery pickup on Saturday. Planning for the week ahead is always on there, and like end of the month things and stuff. That all goes here, and then anything that comes up goes here. That isn't on a tracker. And then these are things that are come up during the week and I'm going to do this week. I won't be able to get to it this day, but I will be able to get to it this week. And anything that comes up that I won't be able to get to today or this week goes on my monthly. If I can't get done this month, then it goes on my master. And when I say that, like, I think about like, one of the things that have been on this master to-do list for a long time is replacing the little stickers on the bottom of my tub, like the little safety stickers that make it so you don't slip in the tub when it's wet. Those, I need to replace those. They're peeling up a little bit, and I try to do it every like 6 months, so that way you don't get stains, so I don't have to like scrub the crap out of them. And there's like an outline of the sticker on the bottom of the tub. So I try to do that about once every 6 months. And that task has been on there for a while because it's just been so crazy with the end of the school year and everything. So what if I like imagine I was just sitting here and I thought of that, like, oh, I really need to replace the tub stickers on the bottom of the tub. Okay, well, I'm definitely not gonna be able to get to it today. I probably won't be able to get to it this week. Maybe I'd be able to get to it this month, but I don't know for sure. So I'm just going to put it on the master task list. And then if I can do it, I will move it. Because you have to figure out what ones you want. There's research involved. You have to make sure you get the right kind that aren't like, that stick, but don't stick too much. There's a certain brand I buy that works really well. And you can get suction cup ones. Like, did we want to switch to a different kind? Like, all that stuff you have to think about when you do something like that. So, those are the kinds of things you have to think about. And it takes some time to do that. So, if I don't have the time right then to go through it, it's probably going to end up on the master task list. If it's not something that has to be done this month, it'll probably end up there. But yeah, so I don't know. Planner chaos right now. I'm just kind of. I also really hate the monthly pages are so many pages that when I'm at the end of the month, I'm so far away from my monthly that I almost forget to check it because I'm way back here. I have all of these pages between me and my monthly. So I think because with the weekly, the way I have it, I'm like right there. I'm like, bam, master task list, cleaning tracker stuff, weekly cleaning list. Even on the last week, I'm still like right there. It's not a huge stack of paper in between me and it. So I think that'll help too. I don't know. I'll keep you guys updated on Instagram. But yeah, it's hard. Because like you don't know what you don't know. And something might work and something might not. You have no idea. I've tried many things in the past, so I kind of have an idea of what would work for me. But I don't know. It's hard to say what would be the best for right now, because we don't have, it's the summertime, so we don't have school, we don't have many events going on, but we have, you know, any day that we're here at the house and we aren't out doing things like going to the water park or going to the museum or going to someone's house to swim or something, like any day we're not doing any of that stuff, we are trashing this house. Trashing this house. So it's and then you have to spend a day cleaning it up because, so I don't know. It's going to be interesting to see what happens, but I'm going to try to figure it out. Um I'm thinking what I have planned for July is the best option, and I can always change it at any point. I can always change it. But I really like the idea of being close to the monthly and my cleaning tracker and my master task list, and having a daily where if it's not something that's already on my trackers, then I write it down. Because that seems like the smartest option to me, because I'm so sick of rewriting things just to fill up a page. I just don't see the value in that. Because like most days, some days I did do quite a bit, like fill it up. But like look at all these arrows. So many migration arrows. And I would rather get it done and have a smaller system that takes less to maintain and kind of scale it back a little bit. Maybe even just this month of being basic will help me see what is the next step. Maybe I need a back to basics month where I have a monthly and a weekly and a task list, and that's it. Those are my things. So I don't know. We'll see. Um, we'll see how it goes. But I am really loving this monthly. This has been one of my favorite monthlies. I thought I would really miss this. It's supposed to be a month on 2 page, but I print it so it's a month on 1 page. And I thought I would miss it, but I don't. I really don't miss it that much. I like having the stickers on here and filling it up and making it look messy. I like that. And it has my cleaning tracker right on the other page, so that makes it way easier to do things. But yeah, so I just wanted to document planner chaos for myself. Thank you for sitting along for the ride, because I am I don't know, this is not normally my content. I normally know what I'm doing, but this week has not been one of those weeks. So I don't know. We'll see where it goes. I'll keep you guys updated on Instagram to see what happens, but it'll be interesting. I'll tell you that much. And that's also where I get a lot of my freebies from, is me doing this. Where I'm like, no, I think this weekly will work, and then I move on to something else. I'm like, no, this will work better, and then I have a crap ton of Canva inserts sitting in my Canva, and I'm like, you know what? I might as well just put them up for freebies, because at least someone will get some use out of them. So that's where all of them come from, is me constantly needing change. And I'm like, all right, no, we'll just keep putting these up, because apparently they're helping people, and if it helps someone else, that's great, because there's a manic episode for me. But yeah, so that's fun. Planner chaos is fun. But yeah, so I hope you guys enjoyed this. I'm sorry. It's been a week, and I'm sick of feeling so lost in these daily pages. I feel like, I guess lost is a good word for it. I do love them, but the anxiety it gives me to not fill them up. I love my pages filled up to the brim. I love fully completed inserts. I hate having inserts that just sit there and don't get filled in. I want to fill up the page. I think my whole system needs to be minimized into as small as it can get. I did take out I took out the Pokemon Go stuff. I put back in the Watch Backup Plan stuff because I did need that. But I took out the Pokemon Go stuff because I added that into my Notion. And then I have my health and my son's health. And then at the very back here, I posted about this on Instagram. I added sheets of sticker paper. I don't think I have it right here. I got this brand. Yumi. I'll link it down below. It's an Amazon product. It was like $6-7 on Amazon, but they're full sheets of sticker paper. So I got this. It was like $7 or $8, but it's a whole bunch. I don't know how many pages it is. 30 pages of sticker paper. And then you can do whatever. I wanted that instead of actual personal size ones, because then if I move, for some reason, like next year, if I move sizes, before I use up those 30 pages, I can cut whatever size page I want. If I move to a half letter next year or something, I can do a half page instead of getting a specific kind. So I just took all my icon stickers and stuck them in here, and all of my other stickers. So I have sticker paper in the back that holds my stickers instead of having to have the pages. So it bulks up. It is less bulk on my planner. And it's come in real handy so far. So I have all of my stickers with me instead of just the sheets I can carry. So that's nice. I've been really enjoying that. We're using natural lighting today, so hopefully it's still pretty good. But yeah, so I hope this, thank you for listening to me rant about planning and planner chaos and stuff. I did do that. Hang on. Boop. Oh, and I don't know if anyone on YouTube follows me on I think a lot of you follow me on Instagram, but I found a puppy in the middle of the road a couple weeks ago. And I brought her home, and we've had her with us for 2 weeks. And I found her owner yesterday morning. I woke up and had an email from her friend. She didn't have Facebook, but her friend did. So she looked on the Facebook groups and found Puppy. And I just call her Puppy, by the way. Her name was Tybee, but I call her Puppy. But she found me and emailed me yesterday morning, and I emailed her back and said, yeah, we can meet today. What time would be good? And we set up a time and everything. And we took her, and she lives on a really busy road, and she keeps getting out. And she was like, I just don't want her to get hit. So we ended up taking her, and she's our dog now. So we have a puppy again for the first time in like 2 years. So that's cool. I'm really excited to put pictures of her in my planner because she's so sweet and cute. So she's very sweet, and she fits in at our house very well. She's a very sweet girl. So she's actually asleep in her bed next to my desk right now. So, but yeah, so I'm sorry. This is chaos, and I've tried to close this video out like 3 times so far, and you're all just sitting there going, just stop talking. But this time is the real time. So I appreciate everybody listening to my chaos and my ranting. But yeah, thank you so much for watching, and I will talk to you guys later. Bye.